Hello ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. My name is Brad. This is my channel Animate Orange, where I put together a lot of 3D metal models and talk about tools and whatnot. And I'm here to ask for your input. If you're watching this video, especially if you watch my other videos, I'm looking for your input. I've been thinking about it for several months now and contemplating starting a Patreon. Not that I want to make a living off of building these models or making these videos. I do enjoy doing it. I enjoy bringing it to people, helping others. I love it when I get comments about how the videos that I make help them building their models and in their hobby. So I enjoy that much. And again, I'm not looking to make a living off of it. I do get some money from the YouTube advertising, but not very much. What would be nice is to offset the cost of the models a little bit so that I can continue to make these models, make these videos, and bring these videos to everybody. If you're buying these models yourself, you know the cost can add up pretty quickly, and I've done a pretty good job of covering all that stuff. Of course, I do have the benefit of displaying these finished models on my shelves and looking at them, but I'm running out of my surplus of models, and it would be nice to maybe get a little help, just a little bit of financial help, to help bring in more models, to make more videos, to help more people. So I've been contemplating it. I think I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'm not asking for big donations. Just a dollar a month would be tremendous. If a few people were to commit to that, that would be a help. Anything would help. But again, I'm not asking for big donations. I'm not looking to make a lot of money. I'm looking to just offset the cost of the models, possibly some of the equipment I use, maybe, you know, look into more tools and more display things and other related stuff. There's a lot more out there than just Metal Earth. There's Peace Cool, there's Tenyo, there's other stuff that you have to get from overseas, Micro World, and there's so many different names I can't think of them all. And I'm not just talking about knockoffs, I'm talking about other companies that make their own unique models, and I'd like to expand and get more of those, and I've done a little bit, but again, finances are always an issue. So my question to you is, what do you think about that? What kind of rewards, what kind of things would you want to get out of a Patreon? I'm thinking of just one, maybe two tiers. I'm not asking for much, just thinking basically access to my Patreon, to my news feed, and maybe some insider information. Maybe would you be interested in behind the scenes type stuff? Would you be interested in maybe live sessions where we can talk live, you can talk to me one-on-one? I've thought about maybe trying to set up another camera down here in my workstation, possibly even build something while talking live to people. I'm only somewhat familiar with Patreon, so I don't know all the tools that it's got. But I'm open to suggestions. I'm open to what people think and what kind of rewards they would want out of a small donation. Certainly one of the things that comes to mind is if you are donating, if you are on Patreon and you are giving me some assistance, anyone is welcome to make a request, because it gives me a direction of where people want me to go. Being on Patreon and contributing to my channel would give you move you up the list on requests, so that if you made a request, being a Patreon contributor versus someone making a request just on my YouTube channel, your request is going to get seen to first, because you are basically helping to pay for the model, and that's certainly one way I can thank you. Would you be interested in things like a shout out at the end of my videos? Maybe I can share some of your builds. If you are contributing and you want to send in pictures, possibly I can do videos showcasing your work and thanking you for your contribution, stuff like that. Any other ideas you have, run them by me and see what we come up with. I may like it, it may be a little bit much. Again, I'm not looking to spend a lot of time outside of what I'm already doing, because I don't have a lot of time, but I want to give you some sort of reward for a small contribution. One of the things that I've considered, and I definitely have to take some time to hammer the details out, but the possibility of a higher tier with a higher contribution, and the rewards of that tier would be the possibility of me building you a model. Now for something like that, it would have to be a higher amount. There would have to be a limit to how many people are in that tier and how many times you could request a build, because again, I only have so much time and that takes a lot of time. So I'd have to work that out, like how much of a contribution, how much of a time limit. You know, would it be like a one-time thing and then I'll get to it within the next 1, 2, 3 months? Or would it be a ongoing, you have to contribute a smaller amount over a certain amount of time and qualify for me to build you a model? And then how long before that resets? How long before you can request another? Would that even be something anybody is interested in? Because this is a channel for people to build the models. So I don't know that that would even interest anybody to have me build you the model. But I don't know. And another thing, being on this Patreon, you can take part in discussions and polls to help guide the channel to a place where you think it should go, to a place that would be more helpful for you or others. You give me some feedback that would also benefit me and what I can do to help others. So give us some thought. If you have any suggestions for rewards, leave them down below, and you can also email me directly at info@animateorange.com and give me some suggestions if you don't want to leave it on here. And whether or not you contribute is not going to affect whether or not this channel keeps going. With more financial help, I can do bigger and better and more models, and it will probably come without any contributions. It might come to a point where things begin to slow down as it takes me longer to pick up these models. But it's not something you have to do. And ultimately, at some point, I would like to get to where I'm getting enough from Patreon that I can just turn off the ads on YouTube and just not even deal with that. Just not even have to subject people to sitting through these ads just to watch my videos. So what do you think? You give me some input. What would you like to see? What kind of rewards would you like? Is it a good idea? Would you be interested in contributing? So on and so forth. I'll leave it at that. As always, if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Thank you for watching, and keep on keeping them.